The one thing with it, it has it doesn't discriminate, right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter socioeconomic status, race, spirituality. It really, really, really doesn't matter. It affects everybody. And so I think the first time you invited me, I was talking about small culture C and big culture C. And we like to say that it's part of our culture, but it's not part of our culture. It's a larger culture. It's a larger world culture where this domestic violence has been happening for many years, hundreds of years, right? I had the opportunity to visit Taiwan for a domestic violence conference earlier this month in November. And what was nice about it was also the thing that was not so great about it, where everybody from all walks of life, everywhere in the world, because it was an international conference. So all the domestic violence advocates and workers were from different parts of the world, progressive countries, not so progressive countries, and everybody was experiencing the same thing. And many were working in their line of work for decades, right? So, I mean, I've been working in this line of work for 3 years. And, you know, the same sort of problems came up. It's just that different countries were at different phases of attacking the domestic violence situation. So it's all over. It touches every corner. And so that's why I say it's a larger culture. It's not just Caribbean culture or European culture or African culture. It's all over.
You know, when we look at it, a lot of people feel that if you live in a society, especially where there's a lot of poverty, that you have more domestic violence. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that that would be true. I would say that your the risk factors go up in certain aspects, in certain areas. So when we look at people or groups, right? So we know for sure that women are usually the victims of domestic violence, even though men get violated and abused too by women, right? But all over the world, the statistics tell you that women. But then when we add on other extenuating factors, like disability, right? Because they're already in a position where they're less powerful. Maybe they can't talk back, or they can't, or they feel sort of self-conscious about whatever disability it is that they have. So there's some factors that make it that the person is more at risk. Poverty isn't necessarily one of them. Education, where you have, and I'm not talking just, you know, regular standardized education, but awareness specifically about domestic violence, about toxic relationships. Many of us go through our life here too, where we believe that that's what a relationship should look like. We're supposed to be yelling and cursing, and that's normal. And I like to say that that shouldn't be our normal, right? There's a different way of being with your mate or being with people in general. And what I found in working in domestic violence here in St. Maarten, that there are other programs as well that need to be happening simultaneously or alongside. So helping people with managing their emotions, right? So the education and the awareness is one thing. And letting people know that they have emotions, men as well as women, and that you can actually control your emotions, right? So they're just different parts that are missing in order for us to not address, but to help the community, to assist the community to be able to live healthy, happy lives.